Alright, can you guys hear me? Sounds good on my end. Sounds like it's going to be the Big Ten, right, guy? Alright.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. What will happen to Mid and the others?
They'll be fine as long as Sid is...
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a cat?
Oh, we got new ones. SS. Oh, B rank. Okay, I'm not going to do those tonight, I don't think, but I can do at least a couple of those.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been Mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Again, I got to be honest. I don't care. I just want this to be over with, dude.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembic gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
Alright. Where is it? There we go.
cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be?
No word from Canada for days.
Perhaps Otter might know.
Please tell me Mid is all right.
She's fine. I just saw her, right? Canzone did not look good in the outfield, though. I thought he got brutalized in the outfield. I don't expect Rojas to be good, by the way. I think he's another, like, Abe Toro level hitter. That's about it.
Well,
At least Ty France did something.
possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
So what do I owe the honor?
Alright, let's see here. What do you got?
Californian, do you?
Aha.
Should last you a good while. You can thank me later. No scratches, all right? Yeah, that should do you.
Oh, wow, okay. We can't make that yet, not even close.
Should last you a good while. My best work, but it'll do. And?
Really? I own the place. How is that off limits? I literally run this whole place. Nothing is off limits to me.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with
Well,
this.
No,
I guess the good news is a lot of the big name guys we could have signed
all the songs at once. So we press all the
ended up
buttons.
not playing that well this year. Like all the shortstops and second baseman, apparently they all suck.
See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell
The hell is that?
you.
A giant kazoo?
Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of.
Yeah, but we could have ended up with one of the other ones that aren't playing very well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye, aye. Lose a patient.
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much
Okay,
like
that could have
yours,
meant
Mr.
something completely different,
Father
lady.
told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
Big Country, apparently he's atrocious defensively. So I actually don't know if I agree with that. I think I might rather have Caballeros than Frazier. So I don't really miss Frazier, but
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
why does everybody become incompetent with a bat in their hand when they come to Seattle, it feels like?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Yeah, his bat has been
Here's everything
okay,
we've
but I don't think
received
it
and everything
makes up for
promised.
it.
You earned this.
Okay.
Come again.
Gee.
I may have more for you.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough for that. Speaking of which,
I like Caballeros a lot more than Wong, I'll say that. Or Frazier.
And you want my advice?
It has nothing to do with the ballpark, Reg. It's like people just look
I said
incompetent at the
I was
plate.
out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So Obviously, I show it to Blackthorn thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Ioma Uwarazurike placed 32 bets on Broncos games and players during his rookie season last year. So it was not just one bet he made by accident. He 1,000% knew what he was doing. Honestly, he should be suspended for life. Like, they would have suspended him for the whole year if it was one bet. So if he's going to do 32 in 1 year, just kick him out the league now and save everyone the time.
There you are. And not a moment
God
too
damn.
soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
And you're right here, so I'll talk to you real quick.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put.
And you have time to rest when you're dead.
That much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
Then chop his head off.
Tears help this man.
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
Well, can't Murphy DH at this point? Would that work?
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent.
Frustrating.
Robert's Pass. Bring me
No, I haven't seen... I heard about that, right, guy? A little bit.
Best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
You know. Yeah, he's not a good catcher.
This again.
That's kind of the thing.
Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together.
Isn't Zoltan the name of the fortune-telling machine in Big?
Mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Vast has improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse...
At least this guy takes this seriously. I can appreciate that.
To be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride, and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Karava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
Okay. Oh, wait. There's one more here. Okay, let's go ahead and start it. I'm not going to do it yet, but...
He's a surly soaker.
So right after I turned the stream off today on YouTube, someone did a $30 dono and gifted 10 elite memberships. And I feel bad now because I didn't get to shout it out because it happened right after I turned the stream off.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Oh, a hunt. Okay.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
Okay. Okay. Let's go at least touch this one. We're not going to do it tonight, but I can at least start it.
He's a surly soaker. Who cares less?
If it's knowledge you seek.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
No, it's an easy one. Okay, I guess so. It's just... That's all we can do. Let's do some main quest.
Am I right, Clive? My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aine Yard's one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Thumb?
Only what the bards sing. And he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come.
Akashic mofos. Let's ring them up.
Every moment we can get them. Behind me, Lord Rothfield. I'll take care of these fuckers. Behind? I'll have you
Oh, okay. This is gonna be. This should be pretty good for this fight because these guys stagger. Look at how OP this is, man. I'm smoking them.
How are we doing, Mid? I thought you said that ship was fast. Old? I haven't got this alive in 20 summers.
Don't let the cockpit you can. We don't pay and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
Well, I am really excited for the mock game. Because I am just about running out of interesting video topics. I think we about run through just about everything.
You heard the captain? Clive?
Didn't I kill this guy?
Confounded.
His twin brother?
Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies? Up for another round? Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield? My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Always on my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friend. 'Tis not blood that runs through a man's veins. These foes will not fall easily.
But they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman's axe. Good thing I brought one!
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards. Fuck it. Let's do the lot.
Should we make for the ship?
Not yet. Wait for my signal.
In your own time, Clive!
I mean, I guess, right, guy? I don't know. I never really thought about it all that much.
Right, run for it!
Alright, that's another level up. We made it to level 40.
Now, mate!
Alright, engine full ahead! And hold on tight!
What do you want?
Wait, when did she get captured? Oh, she got captured when that happened.
That's quite a mess.
I didn't catch that. I know she stayed behind to block off Odin or whatever, but I didn't know she got... Okay.
You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back.
Well, it sucks not having a dad. But at least we have a cool uncle, I guess.
Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well...
Alright guys, I'll be right back. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Hey, Marsh.
Can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
All right. We roll on.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord. There's a lot of sea between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd take 'em forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehere.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Do you feel that?
Jill.
Mid should really be wearing something a little more appropriate for this. That is like the worst outfit imaginable if you're going to be a old-timey captain. Can you guys hear me, by the way? Is everything working? Hold on, let me check. Let me check the stream here real quick. Yeah, we're good.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold.
No, nothing too big. Witherspoon had a really good day at practice. Apparently it was his best day yet, so that's definitely encouraging. But nothing big in terms of, like, something new.
Great Gregor's gosh!
Barnabas.
Hard port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
I think he will, but only time will tell. Maybe he ends up being the nickel for a little while at least. Maybe he ends up doing both.
I'll find out. Where did you hide, Barnabas?
To me, boy. Stay down.
I think he'll play outside in base and inside in nickel or something. That would be my guess. Something like that. I think it can work. I will say nickel cornerbacks are becoming more and more important as time goes by in the NFL, but you're right. He needs to be on the field more than that, ultimately.
I need to hurry.
Yeah, he is! The king wants him alive!
Hold on. I'm coming. For both of you.
Extra shepherds!
No, Snacks won't be here tonight. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. Although, I am probably going to relegate Disney Plus to the Shadow Realm soon, so... very possible that I may as well fill the void with Apple TV. If I have to. Hopefully I won't have to.
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands.
Can
walk.
Out of here I can.
Stand still!
So it sounds like Cup might.
Phoenix.
I mean.
Not the dominant of fire. I see naught before me but
So it sounds like Cup might be seriously injured. They're not committing to anything.
In earnest then.
Yeah, that would be a season-ending blow before the season even starts. Like, that defense will probably not be any good this year. They didn't really add anybody except for rookies. All they did was lose people.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
You. What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of the thing, David. Like, a hamstring could be anything. It could be he'll be back in a week, he'll be back in a month, he'll be back in 6 months. Like, they're being a little vague about it. Like, that could be huge, that could be nothing. Like, it seems like they're treating it at least somewhat seriously, though.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the mother crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
It is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this. Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Slow. Nice try.
In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the night. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world nor of our place in it. If our fates were so easily written, we would all be gods. I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might. Nice try.
Oh, this isn't fair. He gets to attack me while he's charging?
Defend yourself! Soil and stone! You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed.
Oh, this is gonna suck if he can one-hit KO me. Wait, was I not supposed to win that?
You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Okay. Honestly, that was so freaking hard to do. I'm kind of tempted to suspect that I wasn't supposed to win that.
Weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us, it unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
Okay, I just checked, and I was correct. You are supposed to lose that fight.
They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
If it's not, Austin, I feel like it's kind of a disappointment. Like, that's where the hype is going, man.
I hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice where it led. We need only wait till dawn.
Why do you guys like being naked so much? Just play the whole game like that. Do you have any idea how uncomfortable it would be to be naked in a place like this?
Powerless against him.
There'd be so much sand getting in like your butt crack and stuff.
For it, but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things.
Yeah, Corin Robinson, Daryl Jackson, and Bobby Ingram should have been the ones. Those should have been superstars, but it didn't happen.
What you've used that power for, of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
Yeah,
That same boy I grew up
was a disappointment.
always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love.
I mean, seriously, I think it would be very unpleasant to be naked in a place like this. I really do.
What you've always done.
Yeah, I was looking things up. James McKnight had some really nice years.
So I'm going to help you.
Yeah, I mean, Santi, I firmly believe that Cloud and Tifa in the crater had to have. Like, they're laying together, and then it cuts to black, and it starts playing that dreamy music.
Are you sure?
Like, that was as direct as you can get in a T-rated game, right? Like, I don't see how you could kind of dispute that.
It is.
But if you mean, like, in terms of, like, literal impossible to deny, yeah, sure.
This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
Wait,
But I'm not alone.
am I about to kill my girlfriend so I can be more powerful?
I carry.
That'd be cool.
My pain. My sorrow. I see now.
Well, Titus wasn't real, so you couldn't have sex with him. Like, it would just be like necrophilia. It would be masturbation, actually, because he's not even there. Anyways.
pledge my life to those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
You know, those games aren't all that good, but I did like Lightning. I thought Lightning was pretty cool. But obviously her games are not very memorable, but I liked Lightning.
Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
No, Snack's probably going to be Friday and Saturday night. In all likelihood. Like, that scene just now was just as blatant as the Cloud Tifa scene in the crater. Like, that was not any different. It's not like it turned into the hot coffee mod in San Andreas.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
I didn't even remember you could do that in Madden, Austin. That's pretty cool.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.
Mid says Odin split the sea in two. She's always been partial to a tall tale. But there's tall, and then there's tall.
I struggle to believe it myself.
I see your uncle isn't with you.
He stayed with the Enterprise. After our brush with the Einherja, she was in urgent need of repair. And my uncle knows a shipwright in Randalar. We're to join him there when we're ready to sail for Ash.
You sure that's wise? Last I heard, the place was still overrun with Akashic.
Show me a city where that isn't true. Ultima's plague is spreading.
We're running out of time, aren't we? We've done our best to shore up the hideaway. But I doubt a few planks will stop what's coming. Still, we'll keep at it. Every little helps, I suppose.
Let's hope so. I should visit Joshua, assuming Talia will allow it.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
Oh, okay.
You off then?
How was she? The Enterprise.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
More fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hood with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume. and another in the Silent South over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As have those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the fog.
I mean, I'm pretty happy with the way things worked out.
So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the Wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it, but I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to. There. That should be enough to keep him in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Wait, are you sure about that, Big Country? Is that true?
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to grow on.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far.
subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do, it's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, so wait, all of them.
Damn it all, I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde. A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on
So the NFL was really disorganized back in the 70s then, because they would bring in a team and then after 1 year move them into a different conference? Like, that sounds like bad planning.
Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool!
For Eastpool!
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing, that you'll show them how
Okay, I am back.
Reborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield?
Not all of them, but most of them, Marsh.
We're ready.
And there are way more than 25 Final Fantasy games.
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance away.
There have got to be at least 50. Some of them are pretty obscure, but there have got to be at least 50 games in this franchise.
And let you have all the glory.
Pretty easily.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes. Not let this village fall. Enough. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic Curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance, but I think the worst is behind us. I could order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the Curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Next one's mine. I might not know what...
With me, Toggle.
Feels like he's barely played in the NFL. Obviously, he's been around a couple of years, but he's just played such a little bit of football. Yeah, I heard about the Jalen Hurd thing.
All right.
Very weird.
Back to East Pool.
No, I haven't beaten the game yet. I'm doing most of the side quests and most of the hunts. And I'm splitting my focus with other games. So, no. Oh, I still really like it. I think the game's really good.
Is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for
The
that.
only real problem I have is that the side quests
We were
suck.
able to eradicate the rest of the
But the hunts are pretty good.
posted around the village to keep watch.
I like the way the combat system works, especially when you can start mixing and matching your icons.
I think it might be over.
I think it might.
Wait, why haven't you started it yet, Dota? You were talking about how you were going to get a PS5 and start it. Have you not started it? I have not ever had a chance to play Xenogears. I have it on my PS3, but I haven't played it yet, no.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
I mean, you do understand that's probably going to take years, right?
We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away, they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too, and I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Oh yeah, I beat Elden Ring a few weeks ago.
Of course, and I'd be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield.
I'm excited to beat this so I can start playing chill games. Lately, every game I played is like super intense. Like this game's not that intense, but it's still an action game. I need to play chill stuff. I haven't played chill stuff in forever. That's why I started Death Stranding, kind of.
You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down.
You know, I know Russ gets to work with Sean Payton now. And all that, and that's great. I wonder how badly he regrets leaving Lockett and Metcalf.
Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So wait. You have always been.
And he's jumped in a situation where he keeps losing his best receiver before the year even starts.
I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Is this it? Yes. All right. Like, say whatever you want to about Lockett and Metcalf, but they play almost every game. Other than the time Lockett broke his leg, he never gets hurt. And that only made him miss a couple games.
Hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh?
And they cut KJ Hamler, too, who probably would have played a decent amount because of no Patrick.
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
It's way too early to think about our running backs being hurt.
I never stopped to think what it would
But
mean.
I think he would turn the ball over too much.
Thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though
I think he
suppose
turned the
rest
ball
is
over
much
too much to win
different
MVP.
nowadays. You know,
Especially if we can't run the ball.
bearers living free like that.
I'm not even really thinking about that, though. From near as I can tell, Walker's going to be fine. Charbonnet, I don't know about, though.
Didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Yeah, David, they cut Hamler after the Patrick injury.
If you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers.
I mean, even as is, I expect Gino to turn the ball over a fairly decent number of percentage of the time.
Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day. That whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Yeah, those two fan bases are always going to flood T-Mobile, though. Like, that's just pretty common. I think that would be the case even if the Mariners were really good. For a lot of Blue Jays fans, that's their only opportunity to get into the stadium. I mean, to get into the stadium for a Blue Jays game. Well, we're 2 games into this Seawald trade, and so far, I mean, he wouldn't have changed the outcome of either game, right? We still would have lost yesterday, and we still would have won 2 days ago, so that's good. Right? Wait a minute. Can I buy No, I can't. Fudge. Marsh, what are you talking about? The first preseason game's in 1 day. The first Seahawks preseason game's in 8 days. Not even. Yeah, there's a preseason game tomorrow. Me and Hawk's Nest are going to be streaming during the end of it, but I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with that. I think the first preseason game is like Jets-Browns or something. So Rodgers probably won't play at all, so... Actually, nobody will play. Really. It's the Hall of Fame game. But whatever.
Too slow.
Yeah. The thing is, even with us doing so good in July, it's such an uphill battle because there are so many teams just in front of us. So, while it's not exactly easy to sell, I don't hate the idea of deciding, you know what, it's not happening this year. Let's curb the enthusiasm. But they should have done more then. They should have traded Teoscar and possibly France. So I kind of get the frustration. I don't think we did terrible. It's just we should have committed a little bit more probably. I like how when they asked, what's his name, if the team could afford a player like Otani, he said, well, you'll find out. He didn't even say yes just to, like, you know, build anticipation. He was just like, we'll see. It's like, wow, dude, I mean, you know, props for being honest, I guess. Dota, I made a video about that a few days ago. Go watch it. I can't remember exactly what I came up with. But it's definitely not 11 million. I don't remember the number. The guy that everyone's talking about is Shelby Harris, but any of those guys would be fine. Matt Ioannidis, Shelby Harris, Akeem Hicks. They'd all be fine. Really care who it is. Honestly, Mario Edwards has apparently looked really good in camp, so don't count that guy out. God damn it. I need potions really badly.
This is it. Right then.
I don't think we have room for Clowny. I don't think we could make that work. We already have enough edge guys on this team. He would take snaps away.
Covered in nicks and lumps.
The stew's awfully thin.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least.
You know, I guess Quan Alexander would have been a kind of okay one to pick up, but he's off the market now.
Everything's back the way it was. I don't know how.
Take that, you naughty thing!
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been faring since you brought everyone together.
Since we brought everyone together, all is absolutely wonderful. Conrad and Natalie's hands remain safely away from each other's throats, and firmly at the helm. Our stores are full, and the bandits still too disorganized to raid them.
Seems like an off-season's going to do Miller some good, but right now he's throwing 92 miles an hour right up the gut. It's pretty brutal.
Lubor's going to be one too. They're going to make him the Lord of Dalimil, because of how he stopped all the grown-ups from fighting.
It's the mayor of Dalimil, dear child, and the vote hasn't taken place just yet. But if the people wish me to lead them, I shall.
I mean, all the good teams have a deep edge rotation, Dota. Like, look at the Eagles. Look at what the Eagles have in their rotation.
Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worrying one just over the horizon.
So, I'm not. And you can always trade somebody, I guess, if it comes to that. If you really feel like you can't make it work.
In presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention, and they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call a League of Outlaws, and they grow more organized by the day.
But we'll fight them all off just like last time, no matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one,
I'm not going to trip about that right now. We'll figure it out in the future.
The only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud. by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the particulars. I have him stationed by the desert gate, receiving and collating reports from my scouts. Such an amenable soul. He reminds me of you.
I'll go and speak with him.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor?
That's easy.
The League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnis by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream tonight here. We got through some main quest stuff. We're near the end. We only have like 7 or something main chapters left. And yeah, I don't feel like doing this side stuff right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get off. See you guys in the morning. A couple videos tomorrow. Should be more training camp stuff as well. I don't think we have the day off. Alright, see y'all later.